Yo, Hotbeats4Less.com, hitting you up with another tutorial or slash behind the beat episode. This time we're going through a beat called Fling, R&B, hip hop, new age type of track. Maybe good for a female artist, maybe some rap vocals. Anyway, let's get into the drum piece of the track. The drum piece section is based on the snap and bounce. So the main element here, surprisingly enough, is just those snaps with reverb. I wanted to give this a new sound, so I took the opportunity and got some this new library from Contact and Big Fish, which is basically a bunch of urban type of drums. Quality sounding drums. So that would actually give the track that on the radio now type of feel, which is important for artists. You want to be relevant to what was popping on the radio now and still be original. So the way to do that is to make sure that you're using the best tools, the best sounds as possible, or make your own sounds, whatever you need to do to make your music sound great. But anyway, so as any other drum track created multiple elements. I normally then, in cases that I don't use machine to build my drums, then I just use machine as a sampler to find different type of hits. A couple of the voice sounds and the effects are coming from machine just because it's easier for me to find thousands and thousands of different drum hits that I have, etc. Anyway, so nothing extraordinary when it comes to the drum except for good quality, and I wanted the drums to work for the type of track. The mixing, as you will see in my other tutorials, all the drums hit a master bus or sub bus. I'm using a UAD 1176 compressor, vintage compressor, for that nice fat sound. So this will give the drum bus that punch and make those drums really stand out, as you can hear if you hear the full track. Then some EQ and then some reverb to make all the drums sit in one place. And then there was a little bit of EQ and a little bit of compressing on individual parts of the drum track. Here I'm actually using a compressor on the kick because I wanted to actually even go a little further than the banging, which I had it before. So that and basically processes on the other elements of the drum track, either individually or either to the group track. So in essence, that's the drum track, EQ ready to go. So let's jump into the instruments. I normally separate my production afterwards to make it easier, so I use folders. So I'm just going to solo the instruments, and actually I'm going to solo that one instrument that is the actual main part of the track. It's basically a dubstep type of bass and nexus. Basically I'm playing a chord progression and with some reverb. No, I actually took out the reverb and added some delay to get the bouncing type of sound. I actually use automation to mute and unmute the track, and that gets the track in and out type of vibe, in which actually makes it feel like it's jumping or bouncing. Which was obviously part of the drum track. It fits with a drum track. And after that, all the other components are just to add to that particular melody. This is one of those industrial type of sounds, one of the libraries in Contact. This gets it motion, almost speeds it up a little bit. And after that, the rest of the tracks are just elements that work with the main melody. So we have some twinkle type of bells, some strings, This is an analog synth playing a similar progression, and this sits just on top of the main sound. And basically those are the steps on creating a melody. Sometimes a melody can take hours and days to come out, and put in the other elements on top of the melody. Normally it's not that painstaking, but the original melody can be a pain in the ass sometimes. So anyway, for all those producers know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, once that was set up, I would just issue now mixing, which I normally do. Maybe the day after the track is completely done. And then mixing depending on the track and what I'm looking for, what are the conditions. Some tracks have some effects, some tracks have some EQs. It all depends on the mix. It's hard to explain out the mix because it's a function that you don't do it solo in tracks and mixing one track at all. You basically go in sections and you mix the entire song. But on my master bus, I just have a compressor from the beginning of the song and barely touching to keep the actual sounds glued together. And I make sure that the mix, during this phase has a lot of headroom, because the actual volume, presence, and that final touch will come during the mastering phase, which maybe in the next behind the beats tutorial, I can show you the mastering phase. But that's it for now. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure that you follow Hotbeats4Less at Twitter. Also, click on the links on the bottom to follow us, to like us in Facebook, and just hit of us if you're an artist. Just tell me what's going on, or any type of question, just hit me up. If you're a fellow producer, hit me up too. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this going. Again, www.hotbeats4less.com. Until the next time. Peace.